Well, all right, y'all. All across the USC, Compton, Watts, Bay to LA, Pomona, California, from valley to valley, we represent that killer Cali. So if you keeping it real on your side of your town, you tune in to Gangsta Chronicles. Ew.
Gangsta Chronicles, we gon' tell you how it goes.
If I lie, my nose will grow like Pinocchio. We gon' tell you the truth and nothing but the truth. Ew.
Gangsta Chronicles, this is not your average show.
You're now tuned into the real MC8, Big James, and Big Steel.
This is strictly from the streets.
Hello.
We represent the J's.
Royalty and its low-profile records imprint. Motherfucker done sold about 7-8 million records on the low. On broadsheet people such as Lil Rob, Mr. Night Owl. Pretty much everybody in Chicano Rap has walked through this man's door at one time or another. And we got him here live today with us. Actually, man, we gotta clap it up. You the first Mexican homie on the Gangsta Chronicles. Let's give it up.
That sure is.
Okay. You the first one. You know, Pac said the best, man, it wouldn't be LA without the Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? So we had to, get down and dirty. So, Royal, we gonna go back, man. How the hell did you get in the rap game? Because you should be a comedian, dog. You one of the funniest motherfuckers I know. But you put out some good music, put out great music. How did you take us back to the beginning? How did you get started, man?
Man, from the beginning of rap. I mean, I was LL Cool J, the Stetsasonic, from Run DMC, Beastie Boys, Rakim. I mean, I was just a kid breakdancing and always was the newest mixtape from the swap meet. And I was rapping at a DJ came to my aunt's quinceañera, and these two brothers from LA were rapping the Jamoni. Oh, they were rapping the Jamoni, homie. So I was like so excited. They were like devastating, all the old words, devastating, put your hands in the air, and all the old school stuff, and the Dougie Fresh and all that stuff. And going to the Fresh Fest, I was like, this is what I gotta do.
So you got that bug just from seeing them dudes out there performing and everything.
Yeah, and then we ended up DJing. I was a DJ at 12 years old. Because I'm, a Mexican family, so I'm the youngest, but I was already 6'2". I was DJing in TJ and crazy stuff on me.
You were DJing in TJ?
Yeah, I was DJing TJ, I was like 13 years old. All my uncles were like 18, so I'm the youngest, but, Mexicans, they're like cousins,
Right.
We got kids everywhere. So I would go along because I was just as big as them. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you about this, man. You said you DJ'd in TJ, man?
Yeah.
I don't go down there too much no more.
Oh, no one goes down there no more.
I'm afraid to get wound up in one of them motherfucking cement trash cans or some shit. Like
but you know what's crazy? There's a lot of black homies. Like last time I went to TJ to fix my teeth. Mm-hmm. Still go down there for that. But a lot of black homies live in TJ now. And they respect you guys more than us Chicanos. And they see the bald head, they go, pochos, cholos. They don't like that. So it's crazy. I'm telling you, I seen a lot of black brothers in the line and stuff, got their apartments down there. In fact, a boxing promoter, Repo Rick, got an apartment down there. He only said he only
We
pays.
used to be told not to go down that motherfucker.
Nah, it's packed, homie.
Yeah, that's what I'm
They got the
saying.
Somalians, everyone's out there too. Like they got.
So the Africans don't make their way out there selling bags and shit?
Carrying bags and everything. You got to remember the rent down there. Homie told me he was paying like $240 for a 2-bedroom apartment.
Yeah, you know why I think
That's crazy.
That's good.
You know why I think they really went? I think they went for the pretty Mexican down there, dog.
Probably all want to be like you, man, marrying to the Chicanas and stuff.
They say they what they
Man,
made.
we got an empty cup, homie. Come on.
Yeah, fill me up. Y'all know I
Here's the earliest, I'm usually not awake at this time, to be honest with you guys. I was drinking till like 4 a.m. last night, homie, so I'm a little slow today.
Yeah, this for all the Gangsta Chronicle fans. I'm gonna sip them up. I ain't gonna do it by myself.
Man, so you,
And you go. This cup looks a little dirty, homie. God damn, I got Corona on that motherfucker.
Okay, I'll take it. This shit gonna kill it.
I'm gonna take me a little bit because I take medication and shit, and I don't want to have no interaction. So
I take medication too.
But Viagra ain't medication, homie. You know what I mean?
Man, it ain't no.
Shit, that shit gonna enhance your Viagra.
Where Ace cup at?
Oh, no, I don't drink, man.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot.
Oh,
You guys got
definitely
a blunt
not.
for 8. You know.
No, I smoke. I get my smoke on in a little bit.
So we go ahead as a toast to the homie Royal, me and James.
All the time.
Man, I'm gonna cut
water, motherfucker.
You know what I mean? Healthy. Look at this body on me. You know what I mean?
Well, for real, before we really get started, I just want to say it's about time that we have a Mexican on our show because everything we did is about black, but a lot of people don't understand that Mexicans and blacks, black and brown is basically the same in the eyes of the police and everything else.
In the hood.
Our struggles are the same goddamn thing. But, you know, you had the street violence, you have the gangs, and Mexicans gangbang different from us. They walk, they dress, and I mean, I ain't never seen a cholo until I met this one guy from First Street in LA. And every first of the year, they get together and party. So we was little and we used to go around the corner from my auntie house and man, we used to see the bombs, the lowriders and shit, and you'd be like, God damn. The zoot suits, remember the zoot suits back in the day with the long chain and what blew my mind is the way they fucking dance.
Oh man, they
like straight kickback on some real shit though. And that's kind of like where I got my groove from, man.
That's what they can do.
That's where the band.
Exactly.
Nice and smooth.
That's where I got my groove from.
So you were in LA and never saw Cholo, homie? Where were you living, homie? Were you locked
off
up?
81st and Hooper.
Okay.
Right in between Central and Hooper.
Man, that's.
But when you say Cholo, you mean the real ones? Because I knew Mexican gangsters, right? But when I saw a real Cholo and the way they stand, the heels of their feet click together, and they got the top of the button. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the American me style shit. You know what I mean? Where they just really and they got the mustaches hanging over there. You know,
man, I started ironing my underwear and socks after I watched them do it.
Hell yeah,
motherfuckers was creased inside and out. You wasn't finna get hit by a car and have on no dirty shit.
Yeah, for real.
You had to be clean.
So Roy, we go back. So you DJing, you doing your thing and everything. When did you decide it's time for me to put a record out? 'Cause when we all first started, we just whatever. You know what I'm saying? We usually start by imitating somebody else. Like, you know what I mean? You might try to sound like LL. You might try to sound like Big Daddy Kane or whatever. When did you say, man, I want to record me a motherfucking album? And how did you go about doing that?
Well, me and my cousin, which was my uncle, were 2 years apart. We were just, after we saw those two dudes rap and we started DJing, we started rap, using all the instrumentals and on all the 12 inches and stuff. And we just started messing with like a little tape deck, And then when I got to high school, my first year in high school, I met, which is a group, was all brothers. It was 12 brothers. It was called DKM. And they were Dago's Crush Malicious, we're from Dago. And I was like, they had no DJ. And, so I became one of the DJs to one of my homies, Mr., who ended up getting signed to Paperboy, And my homie Devious came from New York, and he started going tape to tape, the old school from, I'm talking about 88, 89, and from there to a 4-track. And next thing you know, I'm trying to rap on there. I'm putting my little rap on there. We started having, raps against other crews in Dago. We started bothering everybody and saying we're the best. And then, and that's how it started. We started recording it every day after school.
So every day after school, it was on the 4-track, because that's what it was when you was a kid. You tell a homie, when we go in the studio, you go to the studio, it's a 4-track right there, some speakers, a little bitty-ass Radio Shack keyboard, but that's how I get cracking on.
Oh, man, we were just talking about Radio Shack. I was redoing my studio the other day, and like, God damn, I wish Radio Shack was here. You'd run down there real quick, grab some wires, any weird wire. Now today, you're like, gotta look it up on Amazon and shit, and be like, no one got wires.
Yeah, and they sold the tapes real cheap. You can go in there, on a 4-track, you recording on a regular little tape, so you can go get a bunch of tapes down there. Radio Shack real cheap. So that experience though was the homies, and I tell you, a lot of these Mexicans these days using the N-word, which we tell them when green like that shit, man. We keep it real. And I was the only Mexican, and people go, well, I grew up with blacks, a lot of rappers nowadays. So what, homie? I was the only Mexican rapping in my part of town.
And all my, what's up, man? We had the Jamaicans spending money on us. They were paying for the studio, a lot of different stuff going on. But, and they'd be like, what's up, homie? What's up, homie? Keep it, every time you met me in the studio, what's up, homie? What's up, man?
Yeah,
you know?
sure.
And that's how we keep it. So it was always, but that work ethic that we had, we thought we were major. We thought we were, no one knew us. We were probably a mile, the high school knew us. And we thought we were major, but we were recording. There was probably 20, 30 of us gathered up and started recording every day. So that same method, when I got my label going, was the same way. I was releasing 5 to 7 albums a month through Universal. Well, BMG, my first deal, then Universal, and then EMI, and then Sony. So I just kept it like that. I got my studio, started recording people. All right, homie, get in the booth. That's what I like. That's how we started releasing them, homie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And what happened was, I started, when we first put out our tape, I'm gonna talk about you racist. The racist black dude didn't see no Mexicans in LA. No, fuck it with you, homie. But I would go to the swap meet where I told you were jamming over there. I don't know if you ever heard of FanMart in Dago.
Right.
FanMart, they had your shit bumping like crazy. MCA shit was. And when I made my first cassette, I was broke as fuck. I was on welfare. From disc makers from Philly, got my 1,000 cassettes. And I go, man, when before you get your cassette, you think you're gonna sell out like crazy. You're like, man, I'm gonna need semi-load to this shit. Then you get it, and you're like, God damn, what I do is this, you know? And I got them, and I went to FanMart, and the little Chinaman like, we put on consignment. I'm like, okay, I'll take 5. You're like, God damn, got a big old box. He takes 5, puts it on the wall, and you're like, damn. And next thing I know, I'm in the back, and one of our first songs was the 619 song, was more bounce sample and all that shit. So I'm looking from the back, and I see black homies right there going, oh shit, what's that, homie? They pick it up and they're like, Mexicans. Didn't buy shit. So I'm kind of like at 5 different stores, and I'm like, damn. And then I meet this hustler named Repo Rick. He had an artist, I don't know if you heard of Big June. From Dago, and he had a couple. Big June was like 14 years old, and I was 15, and he took me hustling. He like headphone, just straight hand to hand, and he took me to Arizona, everywhere. He put the headphones on. He used to call me Quality. I'm like, I'm royalty. Nah, Quality, man. We're gonna sign you Quality. I'm like, oh man. So he started taking me, and be like, hey, you like it? And we didn't call it Chicano Rap then. We called it lowrider music, And we were like, hey, you like lowrider music? And I had a sample, Juicy Fruit, and I put the headphone on people, and all day, $5. It was just quick, boom, boom. This is before everyone was really out there. This is early days of hand hustling. People, now you see someone hustling in the Walmart parking lot, man, get out of here. They won't even have they'll wrap a CD in this damn thing. They don't even package it right. Our shit was packaged right, And it just went from there. And then I started taking Night Owl and a couple other people. We started renting vans and going to LA. AM, PMs pull up. What's up, homie? You like this? Boom, boom, boom. And we started making money, man. And it just went from there.
And it went from there. So tell me this, man. At what moment did you feel like you arrived? Like what was the defining moment? Like, was it like you selling out of a particular project? Or when did you feel like man, we got it popping now?
Well, I met Ken Harris, Mr. Ken Harris. I seen him on Spin-Off Records in L.A. and the Crenshaw and all that, and then he had one in Oceanside. I met him in Oceanside, and he's like, man, you need a CD, Royal? And I said, I don't know where to make a CD. Those CDs were new. No one had them, And he goes, man, I'll take you to Rainbow Records, and we're going to get a CD. I'll press 1,000, you get 500, I get 500. I said, let's go. We went up there. Some guy tried to burn us. We ended up meeting with the owner. I learned all kind of shit. The owner said, I got a lot of, he told Ken Harris, because Ken Harris had like 5 record stores. I got a lot of people, when they're going to go gold records, they end up buying records, and they were picking them up just so they could have the certification that they bought these records. Old bullshit that people used to do. So this guy had a warehouse, like 1 million square feet of old CDs, Fat Boys, Kid Frost. I mean, man, it was At Will. I don't know if you remember At Will.
That's my dude. Rest in peace.
Man, rest in peace, At Will. I probably got a box of his CDs, because I ended up buying a gang of pallets for $50, but for Ken Harris. And Ken Harris said, man, Roy, you got to open your own swap meet. I said, man, I'm Royal T. I can't open no swap meet, homie. I'm making $500 at the time a day. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to every swap meet, every mall. I'm moving. And he's like, man, you got to open. I said, so when things got slow, because after you hit 100 places 100 times, everybody got your shit. Mm-hmm. So he's like, man, so I said, all right, Ken. And I met Cisco. I don't know if you know DJ Cisco Kid. He used to make all the mixtapes and all the, even Suge was after him at one time. We had to load up the car to go see Suge with him, but that's a whole other story. Because he put out Snoop before Snoop got
That's a good story.
so we go, and I said, man, all right, I'll open up a swap meet. And man, started making $2,000 a day. Next thing you know, I got my homies, I'm opening another booth. And now I'm in 3 swap meets. Now I get a price breaker thing, and we were running the city. Like if you came to Dago, Famar was Famar, but Famar was buying all their mixtapes and everything and Chicano Rap from me. You know what I'm saying? So now I had this, so that's why I met Little Rob. Oceanside store had, Little Rob had his cassette out, and then my cassette. And they had back then, remember, they put the cassette boxes like this, so they'd stand up, you'd see the 30s. And I was out selling them at first. And then he started out selling me. And I was just a rapper. I didn't really care about the business. It was a business, but it wasn't, I was a rapper. This is mine. I'm the baddest. No one can fuck with me, And the guys would play with me. Oh man, we think Rob outsold you 1 cassette. I'm like, hell no, homie. I'm coming back. I'm gonna do autograph signing. Just trying.
And who was Lil Rob signed to at the time?
Nobody. It was just him and his brother.
Oh, it was
yeah. They had a cassette. It was Over the Night in the 619. It was an oldie. Mm-hmm. And then he started out selling me. But he had with no other store, and I'd be like, man, he's in no stores. Just here. And they'd be like, then the guy said, man, I'm just playing, but you should work with him, man. He needs to press his cassette. He ain't got no money to repress up. And so I said, after a while, I said, you know what? All right. I went over there, and I went to his house, and he didn't trust nobody. He's still the same to this day. And he goes, man, I get him from disc makers. I said, well, look, I'll order him right now. He goes, nah, you can't order him and get him to your house. I said, well, you order him, get him here, and I'll come pick him up every 100. I'll pay you. And that's how we did it. And next thing you know, we were in every store from LA to Arizona. I was driving everywhere. All my cars had 200,000 miles.
And at that time, you didn't have really distribution at that time?
No, just me.
And for those out there that don't know, let me give you a little backdrop on who Lil Rob is. Lil Rob is one of the, probably one of the biggest Chicano rappers out. He had few mainstream records, Summer Nights and Neighborhood Music and all that. But
Natural High, Crazy Life,
and so we go
Till I Die.
So y'all had an agreement to where he was pretty much getting his money off every 100 CDs, right?
Cassettes. This is a cassette, 2 songs cassette, and that was, and I started taking it everywhere, and it started blowing up like crazy. And then from there, I ended up getting a deal. I met this dude at the car show. I was going to every car show. I mean, there's a lot of stuff, but we're going to every car show, and I got a deal, and it was BMG. But at that time, we were so big in the streets that's when we felt like we made it. Because we were, like you said earlier, we were touching the people every day. And we had every politician in the hood, every street, every sit-down meetings, all kind of crazy shit from everywhere. Mm-hmm. That's how we learned how to act. I was talking to some youngsters. When I go to every city, like when you go to perform, you got to know how to act. There's always a bad motherfucker in every place you go.
Right.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
I say it all the time.
Yeah, because a lot of these youngsters, they go to these places home and they don't give a fuck. And they get problems,
Finally get a chance to let the